Hello, welcome to Fabric Friday. My name's Liz. If this is the first time you've been here, these are some cushion covers that I made with scraps to match the sofa quilt I've made, and I've finished them completely, and I thought it'd be nice to actually show you how I do them, because I tend to make a lot of cushion covers for myself. Because with having the dog, he sits on a lot of them. Right, those are finished, but I left this one not finished so you could see it. Let me take the pins out that I put in. Check it's in shot as well. Yes. This is the cushion cover that we were doing straight line quilting on the other week. And all I've done now is, this is the fabric that I backed the quilt with. So I thought I'm going to back the cushion covers with the same. Now obviously I haven't got a salvage to use, so I cut a square a bit bigger than the cushion cover itself, definitely wider, but you're putting it on. Let me turn it round. I've turned the edge over and then over again to neaten it so it doesn't show any of the raw edges. Put it on and fold it down round about 4 inches, whatever, like that. That's better. Yeah, there. And the other piece, I've done exactly the same. I turned over and then turned over and top stitched the raw edge on that side, and this one doesn't get turned down, it gets placed on just past where you've turned down your thing on. Now you could do this any size you wanted. If you wanted a small pillow, 10-inch pillow cushion, that's fine, you do it exactly the same, but obviously smaller. If you're doing it from panels, you make it to the panel size. I've just used different patterns. So what I do now is I'll put a pin across the middle where they join, then turn it over, make sure everything's still lined straight, and pin the corners. Once that is all correct, I turn it over slightly, check where that pin is. I can take it out and move it this side and put it in this side, because we'll be sewing with this side up. So we want the pin to hold the fabric, but we don't want to accidentally sew over it. So that's now ready for sewing, and you sew all the way around, because you'll be opening it up in the middle of the back, and I'll show you that as soon as I've sewn all the way around. You can use 1/2 inch, you can use 1/4 inch, whatever seam allowance you want that will fit in with your cushion. And it's just as easy as that. I've sewn round all the edges, 1/4 inch, and then trimmed what I've used to back the cushion with. And now it's just a case of put your hands in, grab those two corners and turn. Put your hands in again, grab the other two corners and turn. And there you have the cushion cover. Now obviously the corners aren't pushed out, so we get a turny thing, whatever you use to poke out your corners, and just poke them out like that. And while you're poking it out, you can just check that you have caught everything in your seam allowance. This one I haven't. I don't know if you can make that out. So I'm going to take it back to inside out and redo this corner. Simples. That's it. I've redone the corner and changed it all outside. Well, right side out. And you can't even tell. I think it's this corner that I did. But I just give a deeper seam allowance there. And yes, it does bend in slightly now. But by the time you've got your cushion insert in there, you won't notice. And I'll show you how I'm making my cushion inserts. And that'll be on the next episode. Bye!